Hi everyone, my name is Marcus and today I'll be the Scrum Master and I'll pass on to Cheyenne, who is my teammate.
All right, thank you, Marcus. My name is Cheyenne and I'm joined by my teammates, and now I'll pass it on to Ryan.
Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Ryan. Today we'll be looking back at the Scrum board with a new Scrum Master for today, and we will be going over our current progress. Take it away, Marcus.
Yep. So as you see on under the working tab, we'll see the number 23, which is load fab files. I have loaded it, so I'll move it to completed. So Cheyenne, for 24th create relationship, are you done with it?
Yeah, I was done with it in the Power BI file as well. So I guess you can move it to
sure.
completed.
I'm moving it to completed. So for Ryan, for 27, the scope requirements with end users, are you done with it?
Yes, so when we first finished our what's it called? When we finished our initial stand-up and we submitted it along with the necessary information, I got information from the analytics team about the scope requirements. So we have received the scope requirements and we are working towards completing what is required. And we are pretty much complete with that. Just a little bit left for it, I assume, maybe one more day. So yeah. I can just make an edit to it.
Okay.
I mean, you can always ask for help, and yeah, if you need it.
Okay. So I'll still put it under the working tab.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the mock-up design for 28, I also have finished it, so I'll move it to the completed. And what about for the review design with end users?
So we are not yet complete with, a few of the earlier requirements, such as for 27, and the mock-up designs, we still need to go over it once everything is complete. So the review designs cannot come until we are complete with the predecessor tasks. So far, at least.
Okay.
So it's also under working.
So for the create visuals for cache positions and cache movement tab and addition requirements, I'm done most of it, but I'm not done with the visuals. I can show it to you guys, the Power BI file.
All right.
Yeah, just walk us through what's happening in the Power BI file from from the beginning until the end.
Give me a sec. Okay, so for the first tab, which is the financial performance tab, the first one will be total revenue over time. So as you can see on the top left, let's see profit revenue over time for 2 years, 2020 and 2021. Then for the tab B, which is revenue and cost over time, as you can see that there's income and the cost for both years. So for the third one, I'm having trouble coding for the gross profit and the revenue. I will finish it by today. So moving on to the movement tab. The first one is the opening and closing balance over time. You can see that all these are the opening and closing balance for 2020 and 2021, sorry. So moving on to the cash movement over time, you can see that there's cash received and cash spent for both years. And the last one, I'm not able to finish it because I'm having trouble doing it as well. So for the third addition requirements, I want to ask you guys, are you okay if we do the cost type? Like I make it into the cost table, which have different costs for both 2020 and 2021.
What do you mean?
So like from the cash movement tab, you mean?
Yeah, from the cash movement tab, you can see that there's different kind of costs. What do you think if I label it? I show it that the cost amount for each type.
So you want to have it as like the different kinds of costs,
Yep.
and they're pretty much their what's it called, cash flow, if it's positive or negative.
Yep.
Profit or loss, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that sounds good. It will give us some
Yeah.
information
Yep,
for
sure.
I think so too.
for additional requirements. Also, for under additional requirement, it asks for a data table. Are you aware of what might be required from a data table? Like, what is a data table in this case?
I'm not really sure what is a data table.
Okay. And
We can look
wait, I'm
into it
just,
for data.
yeah, I think, yeah, we need to
Yeah.
look into it.
Yeah.
We need to also address the also look at the completed tasks, because I don't know if the like look at 30, right? Task 30, create visuals for financial performance. I think we had misunderstood what this meant, right? I know it says partially completed, but I think they should not be put here, right? Because it's not fully completed, and we are still working on this. Don't you think?
Yeah, I think so too. I'm not. Yeah, it's not done yet. For the
Because I
visuals.
think the visuals also includes parts for the like also the additional requirements, right? Because we have not yet finished the Power BI file. And on top of that, we also need to update the MS project file just to make sure that everything is within the day limit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you don't mind, Marcus, can I share my screen?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Let me share this. Okay. So when we originally looked at this, oops, I did something. Okay, resume share. All right. So if we look at the current Scrum board, we looked at this plan data schema. This is already complete. Loading flat files, this was complete. Creating relationships was done by Cheyenne. Flat file was done by Marcus. This is a milestone, so since we're done with all of this, we do not look at the milestone. And moving on to the scope requirements, this has still not been completed. So I think we should maybe change the duration, right? Because it asks us to adjust the duration for how long it takes. So I think maybe this isn't 1 day, it's more like 3 days, because
3 days.
because we got the requirements on the 15th, and I think we'll be done by tomorrow. So maybe, and there was a weekend in the middle. So I'm thinking 3 days for this, right? And for mock-up designs, like I know we have some idea for mock-up designs, but again, I don't think we are able to implement them. Don't you think, Marcus?
Yeah. I think we need to add like 1 more day.
Yeah, I think 1 day for
4
this.
days. Yeah.
And again, we cannot do this until that is done. So maybe we can leave this to 1 day or maybe 2 days, right? Because we need to make sure everything is in order. Create visuals, I will leave that at 5 days because, we are still working towards it, right?
Yep.
For financial performance, actually, are you done with this one, Marcus?
I'm partially done.
Okay, so I think we should leave that.
I just need to create the visual.
And this one was having a problem, right?
Yeah.
For cash position.
Yep.
So maybe we can add 1 more day to this.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think now that we have adjusted the file and the project file and gone over the Scrum board, I think this would conclude our intermediate stand-up, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Thanks everyone for joining.
Yeah, see you in the next stand-up.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
you can start recording.
Okay.
Okay, there's that.
Yeah.